Alright, after so many time, after the PH race 1, PH race 2, now this is another game that I call Maze. This is Maze 1. So this Maze 1 is very simple also. Just like the way you've been able to create the tracks for the race 1 and race 2. This is Maze 1 also, because I've created Maze 2 for you. You'll see that very soon. So this is indicating the score. This is one of your enemies here. These are all the lines. If you allow your cards here to touch the line, it is game over. Your aim is to make sure you direct your card to the movement. Move this way. Let me play it so that you understand what I'm saying. The card is moving. Now it's moving by itself, but you can control the movement with the right arrow, the left arrow. This is the right arrow. This is the up arrow. This is the right arrow. So if you press the left arrow, it will go back. If you press the right, it will move forward. If you press the down arrow, it will move downward. That way, if you double press it, it will move forward a little bit faster, so that the enemies won't catch you like that. So I've eaten the first one. By the time you eat 2 apples, that makes it level 2. That way, if you go that way, let me show you the way it is. The game is a little bit difficult too. I've set it that way so that it will be difficult. And the code is somehow long. Now it says you are now in level 2, like that. And if you are in level 2, it means you have to move very fast. So that, oh, game over. The game stops. So now look at what we have here. This is the cards that you are controlling the movement. Look at the codes that we have here. Show my variable, my score, set my score to 0. So when time you click on the flag to start the game, the score will be initially 0. Go to 2 minus 20, 2 and 1, y scores minus 5. Now that is this down here. Pointing direction 0 is that is it will be pointing upward. So this move one step will make it to be moving by itself. But this change when left arrow, when right arrow, this or this one are just to control the movement to the right, to the left, to the down and up. If you press, this is another cheat code that I also included for you. If you press the space key, it will pause by itself and wait for 0.5 seconds so that all this enemy can pass. It's just for 0.5 seconds, and you can also change your own as you want. Anyway, though it's not good for me to be showing you the cheat code, but I'm just teaching you so that you understand that for every game you can include your own cheat code, and you may decide not to include it. So if touching the line, to say game over. If your score is equals to 50, then it will wait 2 seconds and stop the script. Why? Because that means you already won this maze game. Do you understand? So this is the apple also. I also have this code for the apple. Let me show you one after the other. When flag is clicked, go to, it will first start from here, and that one will go to this place, and that one will move here, and that one to move to different directions. So if touching cards, it will change your score like that and like that. So let me scroll it one after the other so you can see that. We look at how long the code is. Look at how long it is. Look at how long the code is. So long, like that. So if you're able to code this long the way I've coded it, let me zoom it in back again. So I start from here. Just watch the video, then you understand. Pause and play. You can be able to code this game very well. It's very simple, and it's what you can do. I'm saying if my score is equals to 5, then it will change the direction of the apple. It will, the score will be 5 when your cat touches the apple, that is, eats one apple, like that. Then it will change direction. If it is 10, it will change direction. If it is 15, it change direction up to 50. So when it's up to 50, it will stop the whole script, that is, the whole program is stopped by itself. This is the line. Also, look at the code I've written for it. If your score is 10, that's level 2. If your score is 20, that's level 3. If your score is 30, level 4. If it's 40, level 5. If it is 50, it says you are the winner. You just set a new record. And if you look at the custom section of it, look at this. Also, I've also created these lines also for the maze. Maze is just a combination of different lines together to make a puzzle. And this is Gobo. It is the enemy. You find it also in Choose a Sprite. I duplicated it. This is Gobo also. If I click on the code for Gobo, look at Gobo. This is Gobo 1. Look at the code for Gobo 1. When flag is clicked, show, go to this position, point in direction, minus 90. Minus 90 is backward. It's backward towards this side. Then glide 5 seconds, if touching line, like that and like that. Look at it also. If I say I should give you this particular exercise without the explanation that I'm doing this way, it will take long. So let me just quickly do it so that you can watch the code on your own and do it on your own. This is for Gobo 1. If I click on Gobo 2 also, look at what happens to Gobo. Look at the code for Gobo 2. If you look at it, you see the code for Gobo 2 is quite much simpler and lesser than Gobo 1 because of their functions. That is why the code is like that and like that. Do you understand? So that's that about that, and there's no big deal about this. So let me click on the cart again, and you see the code. This just controls the movement and when touching the line, and also what happens if you press the escape key and what happens to your scores and the like. So this is another game on its own, and I call it a maze. This is maze 1. This is maze 1. So that's it. If it touches the edge, it will bounce again. Even if you go up and touch the edge this way, it will still bounce back. So even if you touch the side, but if you meant to touch the lines, it is game over. So thank you very much for watching. Now we see you in the next maze 2.